Let's do it. Come on in. Come on in now. So, Auntie Lee, yeah, can do a thing. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yo, 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 what it do, what it do? Welcome back to Kicking It with Auntie Leah. Thank you so much for deciding to come back to Kick It with the Truth Gang tonight as we talk about the injustices that are served to our people and other people in this world. Thank you so much for being here, Retania. Thank you so much for coming back to Kick It with me. Y'all know how we do it. We're waiting on other people to come in the building. So I wrote this song. Just listen to the song while we're waiting on the family to come in. I'm going to ask everybody on the live, please share the live, and please like the live so people can know that we are here tonight. We are just tired. The black community is tired. And I know some of our white brothers and sisters are tired with us. There are some amazing white people out there that understand us. So we're just going to take the time out and just wait on other people to come in. Please share the live.
Told to be silent when our people cry, but there's a fire that they can't control.
Everybody drop the gang in the comments.
Within our souls, my people, hold your head up high. Don't let this world convince you not to try. Through the struggle, through the pain, we'll keep standing in the pouring rain. They can build walls.
We'll get started here shortly. We're just waiting on some other people to come in.
We are the voice, we are the light, and together we'll keep up this fight. Children growing up without a chance, caught in a system that won't advance. Schools underfunded, dreams put on hold, while promises fade and stories grow. Mothers praying every night that their babies make it home alright. Fathers working till their hands are worn, trying to give their families a better morning. Still we rise when they expect us to fall. Still we answer when our people call. Still we love when they give us hate. Still we believe it's not too late. They tell us history's in the past, but the scars of yesterday still last. Red lines drawn through neighborhoods, broken promises dressed up as good.
Salute everybody in the back. Everybody like the live, please.
Watch too many
we'll get a story here shortly. Just wait on some more family members to come in the building.
Why the world keeps
how many of y'all tired? I'm tired.
Pave the way through darker nights and harder days. They carried faith when hope was thin, and that's the reason we're still here. So teach the children
shout out to our ancestors.
Not what the doubters say they are. Kings and queens with purpose inside, born with dignity, born with pride. I see the pain, I see the tears, I see the battles fought for years. I see the names we can't forget, the family still demanding respect. I see the voices crying out, asking what justice is about. But I also see strength, also see grace. I see survivors in every place.
Come on, y'all,
no
salute.
matter what they say, no matter what they do, we are somebody. Our lives matter too. My people, hold your head up high. Don't let this world convince you not to try. Through the struggle, through the pain, we'll keep standing in the pouring rain. They can silence one voice, but they can't silence us all. We were built to rise.
Shout out to everybody in the back. Salute, salute.
They can write the headlines, but they can't write our words.
Keep y'all head up, y'all.
Sons and daughters of fighters from birth.
To every
We are the
mother,
strongest.
to every father, to every child dreaming of something greater, keep believing,
Keep pushing.
keep standing. Because justice begins when people refuse to stop fighting for what's right. And until every voice is heard, until every life is valued.
Thank you guys so much. much.
Until every child has a fair chance.
Don't give up, fam. Don't give up. Don't give up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming back to kick it with us tonight. The Truth Gang, I appreciate you being here. We appreciate you. Today we was dealt another devastating blow, man. Another devastating blow to our community. Rest in peace, Mr. Nolan Wells. I am so sorry that it turned out to be this way for this young man. We were definitely praying. We were definitely believing that things would come back. I don't know. We had doubts, right? We had doubts. We've seen this pattern more than one time. Matter of fact, we've seen it so many times that it's became a norm in our community. And I think that that is just a sad situation. This is a sad situation. It's diabolical what happened to that young man. It's diabolical that he went on vacation with friends, Caucasian friends, and never came back. It's diabolical that these friends didn't raise the alarm, didn't sound the alarm until they got back. That just does not make sense to me, and it does not sit well with me. What we can't do, people, we can't allow another Kendrick Johnson situation to take place in 2026 when they still playing in our face about Kendrick Johnson. We got to talk about this situation. We got to talk about it. I don't care who don't like it. I don't care what trolls get in our comments and try to gaslight us, try to deflect on the situation, trying to make us seem like we're crazy and that the racism doesn't exist. We know it exists. Look what they did to Karmelo Anthony. Oh, I know the trolls may not like it, but facts are facts. Let's do a little roll call here. Thank you so much for being here, oh faithful Theo, faithful Truth Gang member Fluffy. Thank you so much for being here, sweetheart. Jean Shaw, thank you for being here. Retania, thank you so much for being here, and everybody in the background, thank you so much for being here. I am going to ask that you please like the live and share the live, so people will know that we are here. We're going to start out by basically reading or listening to some videos, because like I said last night, there are some beautiful white people in this world. Not everybody in the white race is racist, and I know that, and you know that. There are some people that understand our struggle. There are some people that clearly see what goes on in the Black community, and they speak on it, and for that we love them. We love them. Let me see. And thank you so much for being here. Tasha, thank you so much. Jack Jones, thank you so much for being here. Gabriel, us here. I'm not sure what that means. Lincoln says, oh yeah, the important thing was that I had an onion on my belt, which was the style at the time. They didn't have any white onions because of the war. Okay. All right. We got some, the usual suspects, but you know that they don't bother us at all, because we know that they're the miserable ones, right? Because if you got to come to somebody's platform where you're knowing that we're discussing things that are happening to our people and the young Black men and women in our community, and you come over here just to troll, that means, sir and ma'am, that you don't have a life at all. And we're still yelling free Karmelo until they run it backwards. Period. So let's bring it up, and I'm gonna ask God to please hold my tongue tonight, because what I don't want to do is read so much into what they're talking about that basically the whole live is surrounded around them. And guys, what's crazy is that my Chrome won't even allow me to get on Facebook. Does anybody know how to fix that? Because see, the videos are on my Facebook account, but my Chrome won't allow me to be on Facebook, so I can't pull up the videos. Jesus. And then I just don't know why Chrome will not allow me to get on Facebook whatsoever. But I can get on Facebook on the other, which I can't get on StreamYard on the other browser, which is diabolical to me. But nevertheless, I am not getting ready to allow this to deter me tonight. I swear, if it's not one thing or another, it's like it's always something trying to stop us or me from doing my best at trying to bring awareness to the things that are happening in this world. I don't understand it. So I'm going to attempt to get on with my Chrome browser, but I'm not going to have a camera. So let's see what goes on when I switch browsers. Are you guys still here? I made it back. Are you guys still here? Because I'm not sure what's going on. Now I can't hear my background music. It's like, can you guys hear me? Hey, Fluffy, can you hear me? Please put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. Put a 2 in the chat if you cannot hear me. Okay, I just can't hear the background music, which is fine. So it's fine. You know, they're always trying to attack me, whether it's the trolls or not sending out the notifications or technical difficulties, but we move forward regardless. So let me pull up the video that I was trying to pull up in the first place. And we may have some guests tonight. Guys, I really need you guys not to message me right now, because I do not want your name to pull up. So please refrain from messaging me at this moment right now, please. All right, so let's pull it up. I can't hear my music, which is fine, but whatever. Okay.
The kid Nolan that's missing here from Biloxi, Ocean Springs, Mississippi, it's a lot more sinister than you guys think. Allegedly. I'm saying that because what I'm seeing online is pretty crazy. Okay, let's start off with 17-year-old Nolan Wells is missing from Horn Island, Mississippi, right off the coast of Biloxi. There's photos and a little video that was posted on the Horn Island group chat on Facebook. A girl named Vi Alice Ross posted that the white boys needed to be investigated because she went to school with them and it wasn't all that you guys think it is. Another girl, Caitlin, states that she was parked next to them until about 7:30 with no sign of Nolan to be found. But yet the report was he went missing earlier in the day, so why would they continue partying? It just doesn't make sense to me. And then this other commenter, Maggie, posted that there's too many white people to not notice that their one black friend is missing. Matthew Lamp posted that there was almost a fight that he had seen within that group of people on the Book of Faces. If you know where Nolan Wells is, or if you know what happened to him or anything, if you have a boat and can maybe go down to Horn Island, between Horn and Ship Island, and see what's going on, maybe help search. I can't imagine what this mother is going through. Somebody knows what happened to her baby boy. I pray that they get justice. And once again, it's a kid from Ocean Springs High School. The kid Nolan that's missing
Okay.
here.
All right. So
from
this was
Biloxi
obviously
Ocean Springs,
prior to
Mississippi. It's a lot more.
them finding the body of Nolan. She actually, I think, did another video where she spoke on how she was there. She's from that area and how she knows that it was not an accident. I do not, let me see if I can find that one, because I found that one to be very interesting as well. We don't have a lot of information. We don't have a lot of information on what happened. What I do know is that there are some rumors that the mom of one of the kids is a judge. Let's bring that up. We also have learned that the friends are lawyering up. Does that sound familiar? Brandon Bell in the Kendrick Johnson situation. Now, everything that I am saying is alleged, because I'm not able to confirm this as a fact, because the mom, she ultimately removed her Facebook account. So what that said was, hold on a second, I don't know where it went. So just a second, let me put myself back up and see if I can re-find that post. Again, I can't hear anything going on, so I apologize if the music is too loud. Guys, just let me know in the comments, and we will take it from there, and I will turn the music down. So I'm going to put the screen back up, and this comes from the Baxter's Facebook page, and I find her to be pretty credible. It says the friends lawyered up. Word around town is that after his body was found, police went to question the friends, and they lawyered up. It's alleged that one of the friends' dad is a FBI agent, and the other is a sitting judge. That sounds extremely familiar, doesn't it? Doesn't it sound familiar? My Kendrick Johnson people, right? Brian Bell, Rick Bell, Brandon Bell, all of that sounds familiar, eerily familiar, right? I think it's diabolical. You know what, guys? Hold on a second. I need to probably go fix my headset, so maybe that's why I can't. apologize. Woosah. Because I can't hear myself. I don't know what's going on. So I thank you so much for letting me know that you guys can't hear me. But we're going to keep going anyway. And again, I apologize. No wonder why my views went down. Because you guys couldn't hear me talking. Anyway, so I probably have to go back to the original post. So, Jesus, it's always something. But nevertheless, I'm not going to get upset. And I'm not going to get discouraged. I'm going to keep going. So, another content creator named Janetta Jackson. She posted a status and said, "Did the judge deactivate her page after finding out his body was found? I just looked it up again and I don't see it." Well, I did my own independent search about it. And again, I didn't find her page either. And the original page was Ashley Cole. Okay. And Jessica Stewart had posted, "Wow, I start digging around and don't you know one of the kids' mom is a effing judge? How diabolical is that? We got FBI agents allegedly, and we have judges allegedly, right? I think it's all diabolical. What really happened to this kid? What happened to this kid? Let's talk about it. What do you think happened to this child? I am struggling because I can't hear nothing. And I don't understand why this always happens to me. Anyway, let's keep going. What do y'all think happened to Nolan? We've all seen the patterns, right? How our children go on vacation or even parties, or not even has to be a party, just an outing, sometimes with people of the opposite color or not of the same race, and they don't come back. Let me bring up another case. I posted about this case today. And I don't know if you guys heard about this young man, but we're going to talk about it tonight. I've heard that there was a big fight on the bus. I'm not the bus, the boat. Now that's all alleged. We don't know. We don't know as a fact, but we're going to talk about it. Thank you, babe. All right. Have anybody ever heard of Kawan Charles? Put a 1 in the chat if you have heard of the Kawan Charles case. Put a 2 in the chat if you have not heard of the Kawan Charles case. Put a 1 in the chat if you've heard of the Kawan Charles case. It happened in Louisiana a few years ago. All right, so let's just read about it. This kid was 15 years old. And do you know that the person responsible, the Caucasian woman that's responsible, is still walking around free on bond? I couldn't find an update on that case. But let's talk about it and let's read it. Let's read it. Hold on a sec. Let me pull it back up so I can see it. Lord, please let this start working. I can't hear. Okay. So I posted after I researched your story. I said, is history repeating itself in 2026? Before I begin, let me be clear. I am not saying the Nolan Wells case is the same as the Kawan Charles case. I am not accusing anyone of wrongdoing, and I'm not claiming that facts are identical. What I'm saying is that when I look at these two cases, I see similarities that naturally cause people to ask questions. In October 2020, 15-year-old Kawan Bobby Charles disappeared from Baldwin, Louisiana. Let me show you who he is. This is Kawan, 15 years old. All right, go back up. According to his family, Kawan left with a white friend, Gavin Irvin, and Gavin's mother. Now, I was not able to find a photo of Gavin Irvin because he was a minor at the time. But he left with also Gavin's mother, Janet Irvin, without his parents' permission. His family reported him missing, but they later criticized the response from law enforcement, believing there was not enough urgency in the search for their son. 4 days later, Kawan was found deceased in a sugarcane field approximately 20 miles from the home. The case quickly gained national attention. People questioned the timeline. People questioned the actions of those who were last with Kawan. People questioned the response from law enforcement. And people questioned how a 15-year-old could disappear and be found unalived days later with so many unanswered questions remaining. Janet Irving, let me show you her picture. That's Janet Irving. Okay. All right. That's the mother of his Caucasian friend. Okay. So it says Janet Irving was eventually arrested and charged with failure to report a missing child and contributing to the delinquency of a minor. She was not charged with causing Kawan's death, but her arrest became a major part of the public discussion surrounding the case. Now, fast forward in 2026, we have the case of Nolan Wells. An 18-year-old young man goes on a trip with white friends. He becomes separated from the group. He disappears. A massive search effort began, and a body is later found. And once again, people are trying to piece together the final hours before a young man vanished. Who was the last person that seen Nolan alive? What exactly happened on Horn Island? How did Nolan become separated from the people he was with? What conversations took place before his disappearance? Well, we heard allegedly there was a huge argument on the bus, right? Or fight, if you will. What do witnesses know? We don't know. They're not telling us anything. What does his friends know? We don't know. They allegedly lawyered up. And what evidence exists that has not yet been made to the public? A lot, because all we know is he went missing and they found a body. They have not even definitively confirmed that the young man, the body that was found in the water, was Nolan. We learned that from his parents making a statement. So why is it taking so long? The parents ID'd the guy, ID'd Nolan already. Why are you not updating the public? Same thing with Kendrick Johnson. Why you didn't call the coroner for 6 hours? What is the delay? And letting us know what's going on. What was delay? With delay in letting the Johnsons know what was going on with their son when he was laying in the mat for 6 hours. Is it a cover up? Are you getting your stories together? Is the question. Are you allowing the friends to get their stories together since their parents are judges and FBI agents? Or are we seeing a repeat of what happened to Kendrick Johnson January 11, 2013? That is my question. And if that's the answer, what are we going to do about it, y'all? What are we going to do about it? Yeah, I know. I know, Theo, I said the wrong thing. You know how Auntie is. But it's just crazy how, and guys, I'm struggling real bad because I cannot hear. And I don't understand why I can't hear. I'm struggling real bad. I can't hear any sound effects. I can't hear anything. And I think it's crazy work. But what do you all think? We got some other videos that we can listen to as well. But I think it's crazy that they are being this silent. I think it's diabolical that they're not giving us anything to go off of. Nothing. All right, so I got some other videos that people want us to play. So let's take a look at this one.
Body has been found.
Yeah, we understand that the body has been found. So let's this one has some interesting footage on it though. So let's take a look at this. Share screen. And I think this is just a news story of when they are informing the public that a body has been found.
Breaking news, a body has been found on Horn Island near where missing 18-year-old Nolan Wells went missing.
No, that's not
Search
what I'm saying.
crews like this one you see here in the air have been searching for him for more than 40 hours now. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Brandy McGill. Will Polston has been on the scene at a command post in Jackson County all morning as they search, and he now joins us live. Good morning to you, Will.
Hey, good morning, Brandy. We got word here just at about 8:45 that there was a body found on Horn Island, and the officials are now working on bringing that back. Now, as of right now, we do not have an identity of the body that was found, but I can confirm that Nolan Wells' family is here at the Lake Mars boat launch. Now, they've asked us not to show the camera in that direction right now of the family grieving. There is quite a bit of family and friends here from Nolan's family. But like I said, we do not have identity as of right now. Sheriff Ledbetter did confirm that a park ranger ended up finding the body that was found, and the coroner.
And how do you think the body got on? Didn't they say that they found it on the island? They found the body on the island. So we definitely want to know, how did he pass away if he was on the island? Are they saying that they found him on land? Does anybody know? No, Nancy, no. I am not saying that both children were killed by the same person. No, I'm making a comparison. And that comparison is please watch who you send your children with, or allow them to be with. Because we know some people don't have good intentions, is what I'm saying. Okay? All right. Does anybody know how did he end up on the island? I find that very odd as well. I really do. Now, I did find another Facebook post, and it was from Ann. Hold on a second. I don't want it to play yet. Ann C. Moore, who was actually on the island at the time of his disappearance. So let's take a look at hers real quick. Let's finish watching this and take a look at her.
Was here earlier and has since left. They left right at about 10 o'clock, just after 10 a.m., waiting on getting official confirmation on the identity, cause of death, and everything else in between. Of course, as we find out more information, we're going to be updating you on our website at WLOX.com. But as of right now, a really somber scene as the family all gathered around, hugging and trying to enjoy each other's company during a somber time. Again, still waiting to find out the official identification of the body found, though. Reporting live in Jackson County, Will Polston, WLOX News Now.
Well, they're saying that they are waiting on the official identification, but the parents already identified. So I'm not understanding. What are they waiting on? Isn't the parents' body identification good enough? I mean, it is in other cases. Okay, so Stephanie says they are saying that he was found in the water. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you so much. Campbell says they have not said if he was on the island or in the water, but Stephanie said that he was found in the water. You know, if they come out and say something, make a public, update, then we would not be trying to figure this mess out, right? Darlene says could be another cover-up. I mean, that's what I am thinking. Right? We got FBI agents as parents allegedly, and judges as parents allegedly. I mean, I think the whole thing is crazy work. But what are we going to do about it? We're going to keep talking about it. We're going to keep asking the questions. I got people in my comments talking about, well, the parent says that just let them grieve. You know what? We know our people. We know what they said, but we also know what they mean. They really mean turn the hell up. That's what they mean. You just don't understand that. You don't understand that. But we do. All right. Let's take a look. So Amy, and let me put this on the screen. Amy is saying, or Anna, not Amy, turning off the comments because they are becoming repetitive and not helping in any way. I understand that. Nolan was unfortunately found deceased, and the investigators will now handle this case accordingly. Please remember that there is a family and community grieving. Please be kind. Taken at 4:01 p.m. North Side, West Tip. We were parked right next to the boat Nolan was allegedly on. Hope this helps in any way. This was immediately after the big fight that broke out on the shore. So there was a fight. So she was there, right? So there was a fight on the shore. But she also said, I'm not sure if this is Nolan, but it could be. Anyone that can slow down videos, please go through it as well. Well, let's look. Let me try to slow it down. I know that sound is annoying. So there is a fight on the shore. I'm not sure where she's talking about. Can you guys help me point it? She has her camera moving around. I see people looking at a commotion going on. Is it right there? I can't blow it up. Let me see. That is the biggest that I can get it. But is it, she speaking of this group right here? What do y'all think? Do you think that she's talking about this group right here? Let me see. Yeah, I agree, Theo. I think she's talking about this group right here. And she doesn't know if it is Nolan, but she thinks it is. There's a picture somebody kind of blew up. I'm not sure because it looks like it's a few. The hairstyles don't fit. I mean, the hairstyles don't fit. So I don't think that they're blue for sure. Okay, so the trunks. Okay, I see where she's pointing at. The guy with the blue swim trunks. Now that's possible him standing behind this other guy. So I guess that's where the commotion was. Okay. So she has another. Let me see. Yeah, that does look like Nolan. Right there on the shore. I'm sorry that I can't blow it up anymore. And she's saying that the timestamp was 4:01, and that was, I believe, before they reported saying that he went missing. 4:01 p.m. Right there. So she's saying that it was a big fight. Let's back it up a little bit on the shore. And it is this group, and she provided close-ups. And yes, I do agree. That looks like him because they first reported that Nolan had on black shorts, and then they came back and revised their reporting and said it was blue shorts. So what happened after that fight? And why aren't the friends willingly giving statements, right? I find it odd. And why lawyer up? You're not a suspect, allegedly, but you're making yourself look like suspects when you refuse to talk to law enforcement. I was trying to see if anybody else had provided some other. Okay, so we do have something else. Somebody gave a screenshot, says one of my passengers is pretty certain he was part of the group that was almost fighting around 5 p.m. The Bertram with the blue top that I posted left shortly after that and pretty fast. So he's saying that the commotion that almost happened on shore was around 5 p.m. And the other young lady says it was around 4:01 p.m. But the Bertrand, which is the boat with the blue top that they were on, I suppose, left shortly after, and they left pretty fast. Did they leave him? Did they leave him? Matthew went on to say, where somebody asked him, were they fighting amongst themselves or other people? That's the question that I have. And Matthew went on to say, and he was there, I suppose. Yeah. He said one of my passengers. So he must be somebody that drives the boats. He says the 3 people on my boat that saw it all say yes, it was amongst themselves. So the fight, and this is from people that were there. Allegedly. Now we can't confirm. We don't have their travel itinerary or their tickets or anything like that. But this is all we have to go off of because law enforcement is not updating us. Friends have hired lawyers. Crazy work. Let's see if it's more screenshots. Anything that can help. We have another screenshot. I'm not quite sure what they're showing us. It says, somebody find these people. They were very invested and heard and obviously seen a lot. Yeah, everybody. We can see that a lot of people were looking at that fight. I do see a kid that allegedly looks like Nolan. What do y'all think? Let's talk about it. What do you all think? All right. So, Respect says until they notify the family, they shouldn't go public. Okay. All right. I understand that. And Campbell says, is it true they gave his mom his phone? You know, that's what I read. Yeah. I'm going to say I believe that. Because I don't see nothing out there that refutes that. Now, I did grab a text from one of the kids. Hold on a second. That was on the trip with him. We can read this odd text. It's not a text. It was a status he put up. And it's from Lucas. Lucas said, last time I spoke to him was when he said, I have to leave. And it was probably 2 to 2:30. But there was a huge group of people with several boats around for all I can tell. Now, Lucas, your statement goes directly against what we just saw. Because people are saying that were there that there was a fight amongst you guys at 4:01 to 5 o'clock p.m. So why would you say the last time that you spoke with him or saw him was 2 to 2:30? Make that make sense. Is this why you got an attorney allegedly, Lucas? He went on to say, but there was a huge group of people with several boats around for all I can remember. I last saw him get on a white boat with a center console before I had left, so that's all the information I can provide. What do y'all think about that statement? Darlene says, I told my son, do not go in the woods or near bodies of water with them. Smart. Theo says, get their own private investigator. Don't trust them. Please hurry up expeditiously. Do not wait. Campbell says, everyone is looking in that one direction. Yep. And Stephanie says, blue trunks. Yep. Theo says, I heard them boys left a few times on that boat and came back. Possible. Campbell just flat. She's just gonna say it. They unalived them. That's what she believes. And what can I say? Fluffy, They sure will. 1,000%. We're going to keep an eye on this story. We're going to keep talking about it. We're going to keep asking questions, because why not, man? We want to know what happened, because we're tired. This is another video or a screenshot? It's the same screenshot. But we are tired. We're still trying to gather information on this. Hold on a second. Let me stop sharing that screen. There are some other videos, I believe, that people have sent us. So let's just take a look at those. Friends lawyered up. Yep. Sad situation. Oh, I didn't know this. Is this true, guys? Did Mitch McConnell pass away? The congressman? I mean, he was old. So I have an inbox that says breaking news. Mitch McConnell has reportedly passed away. Let me share that screen. You guys know if that is true or fake news? It says, according to Lord Loomer at the White House, Mitch McConnell passed away today. You think you said it is true? Yeah, he was older too. He was very old too. Okay. All right. Well, rest in peace to Mitch McConnell. All right, let me get back to what I was doing. All right, so right now, like I said, we do have very limited information on Mr. Nolan Wells. We will keep an eye on it. I urge everybody to please keep an eye on it and send me whatever you find. I am digging as well. Well, I'm waiting. You know, we can't really get any paperwork, documents, with witness testimonies while the investigation is ongoing. Just like we have limited information in the Karmelo Anthony case. But I wanted to watch a few videos about Karmelo Anthony as well. So let me bring that up. Stop sharing screen. And you guys know that any information or videos that you want me to share, feel free to inbox me. So this is from a lady's channel called No One Jimenez. And she's basically giving her input on what she feels about Karmelo Anthony and his self-defense claim. So let's take a look at that.
Stabbed to death 20 years ago. So naturally people ask how I feel about Karmelo Anthony. 35 years, and my answer might make some people uncomfortable. I don't see a monster. I see a kid who was scared. My brother was jumped, he was stabbed to death, and he was the one being attacked, and he didn't have a thing in his hands to stop it. Now, I have spent the last 20 years asking a question that I can't put down. What if my brother had a knife that night? Would he be alive? Would he have been the one who walked away because he protected himself? And if he had, would they have called him a murderer? Would they have given him 35 years? And that's what I see in Karmelo, a kid who was being jumped, a kid who was being antagonized, a scared kid who reached for the only thing that meant he might make it home. He lived, and living got him 35 years. And that's a sentence I don't believe that his white peers would get in that same state. See, the boy who killed my brother is a grown man now. He was 17 when he did it, and he didn't get arrested for 17 years. For 17 years, he knew what he did, and he never came forward. And yet, he was charged as a youth. And we're still waiting on sentencing. In fact, it's going to happen this Monday. And we're not sure if he will be sentenced as an adult or as a youth. Meanwhile, Karmelo in the state of Texas was 17 years old, clearly was trying to defend himself. I have a real problem with the idea that he was charged with murder because he had a knife on him. I know what it's like to lose somebody to violence, and I also know what it is to watch the system decide whose fear counts. But what I don't know firsthand is how that feels as a Black person in America.
Wow.
you're guilty before you even get a chance to defend yourself. What was he supposed to do? What if they had a knife and they tried to kill him? He was obviously terrified.
Well, rumor is they did have a knife, right? Rumor is that is what they threw in the trash can, right? Right? Rumor is that Hunter Metcalf could have issued the final blow to his brother Austin, right? Because as we saw, there was multiple kids that were more important to getting whatever that they had in their hands to that trash can before they even checked on Austin, right? Yeah.
Walk away, because Cyrus tried that. Didn't work for him very well, did it? They can't defend themselves, because 35 years for a child who was trying to protect himself? We need to have broader conversations. Karmelo was a terrified kid, and I'm not going to pretend otherwise. Should Karmelo...
So, I am very thankful for her analysis, and I must say that I 1000% agree with this lady. I 1000% agree with her. Now, we're going to get back to Karmelo Anthony, because there's some other clips that I want to play. But I wanted to show you this and give you an update on the Kendrick Johnson case, because I had been getting some questions about whether or not the case is opened and if it is being investigated still, and was it moved to the U.S. District Attorney's Office and Macon, Georgia. And I just didn't know. I didn't know if it was yes or no. So this is what was sent to me, and it was sent to me by one and more than one person. So when I saw this, I was like, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Praise God. They've moved it, but that's not the right one. Hold on. She came back and she took it back, but that's not the first one that was sent to me. So that's not what I want to show. I want to show the first screenshot of where it was announced that they had moved the case to Macon, Georgia, the U.S. attorneys. Give me a moment. Let me find that. Because people were asking me, is this true? Is this true? And I'm like, I don't know. Let me see. Where is it? So I had to do my little investigation, y'all. I'll have it up in just a moment. I just wanted to find the right one. Okay, found it. Let's see. Is this it? Okay. So it says, breaking news, Sheriff Ashley Park's office has confirmed that the Kendrick Johnson's case has been moved to the U.S. Attorney for the Middle District of Georgia. So people were asking me, I'm like, I don't know. I can't confirm or deny. So I had to call, right? I called the district U.S. First of all, I called Lowndes County, and they did refer me to the district, attorney's office in Macon, Georgia. They did. So hold on a second. I did post the email of the response because I wanted to know what was the status. So I called them thinking, okay, they did. Hold on a second. Just a moment. I know I posted this earlier. Okay, here it is. Okay, so I sent an email to the U.S. Attorney's Office in Macon, Georgia, and this is what they responded, and it shocked me, and basically I was like, what the hell? Y'all playing in our face. So I sent the email, and this is what Melissa Hodges said. And of course, you can see that Melissa Hodges is from the Public Affairs Director from U.S. Attorney's Office, Middle District of Georgia, and that's Macon. She says, good afternoon, Mrs. Ficklin. Thank you for reaching out, and I hope you are well too. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Middle District of Georgia has been recused from the Kendrick Johnson's case since 2014. The U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Ohio was handling this matter and should be able to field your questions. And she gave me the contact information for Ohio. I say this to say, I show this to say this. We can't believe everything that's out there. We can't just go posting stuff without verifying information, right? Without confirming that it has facts to it. Because there's a whole lot of people out there that thinks that this case is open. It's been sent from Lowndes County to Macon, Georgia. But what's happening is that Lowndes County Sheriff's Department is tired of people calling and inquiring about the case. So they got a little smart and said, oh, we can't offer you any information. We're going to refer you to the Middle District of Georgia, the U.S. Attorney's Office. You know why they did that? Because that's the last people that were handling the case. Nobody's able to confirm any of this. Now, I did send out an email and a call to Ohio. And I bet you they're going to come back. Now, I don't know. I hope they don't come back and say, well, this case has been closed since 2022. There's no information, or there is no, ongoing investigation. But think about it. This Kendrick Johnson's case is high profile, right? It's huge. When I tell you about critical thinking and how much it matters, it matters. Because if you think about it, if this case was really sent back to the U.S. Attorney's Office for investigation or reopened, don't you think that it would be a news press about it? Don't you think that they would have came out with a news something? Don't you think they would have said it on their Facebook or something? We can't be putting stuff out there because now you got thousands of people thinking, and this is just misinformation. Now, the Johnsons, I believe, even came out and made a statement. Let me see if I can pull that up. And they basically said that they have not been notified. They haven't been notified because I don't believe it's true. So why? My question is, why mislead thousands of people? You got I'm just saying, you got a large platform. What benefit is that to give anybody any type of false hope? Now, I'm not saying it was done on purpose or anything like that. But what I am saying is we got to wait till we get the facts. We got to wait until it's confirmed. And while some people are making these announcements, I'm just sitting back like, I ain't heard that yet. I looked it up. I couldn't find it. I'm not posting that. And people getting mad at me, literally, because I won't post it. Even the Johnsons. Hold on a second. And we're not going to be on here long because I feel so uncomfortable, because I can't even hear myself and I can't hear music. I'm just winging it right now. It is sad. So if I sound crazy, if I'm too loud, I'm sorry. I can't hear myself and I can't hear the music. So I want to apologize in advance. I'm praying tomorrow's live will be better because I'm always getting attacked. Always. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Okay, so I posted that status. I posted my email. I posted the update. I said I was going to call Ohio, and I did. I sent the email. I called Ohio, and I said I'll keep you guys posted. I'll let you know what they said. I already know what they're going to say. But I said, that I will keep you posted. I'm looking for Ms. Johnson's statement. I know somebody gave it to me. Well, basically, they came out and said that they have not been notified. But I know I had that. But there's so many people that send me stuff that I can't find it, guys. I don't know who sent it. Right? Let me see. I'm gonna try one more person. Somebody sent it to me, and I do apologize. Well, I can't find that, but I posted that status, and then she came back and she basically said someone is lying. Sheriff Ashley Park, and I'll show you that status real quick. And again, I apologize. Technical difficulties tonight. So it says someone is lying. This is from another content creator. Sheriff Ashley Park is referring folks to Macon regarding the Kendrick Johnson case, and knowing darn well that case is not in Macon, playing games. Well, before you made that breaking news status, ma'am, I'm going to give you a little advice. If you can please confirm the information, because you got a lot of people that are invested in this case. There is a lot of people, hearts are in this case. So please try to confirm your information before putting out a breaking news status like that. Any questions? Thank you so much, Fluffy. Jean says, we've all made mistakes by listening to a source instead of checking first. Yes, we have. That's why I'm being nice. Exactly. I am not perfect either. Man, I've learned from my mistakes. That's what I'm saying. Do some calls, do some checking first. Because they're not gonna let it, if you make a mistake, they're not gonna let it live down to it, really easy. They're gonna be on your behind for a long time. I have learned my lesson with the blue book in the name. Remember, guys? The blue book in the name. I learned my lesson on that, right? Jean says, thank you. I should have a fact check before I said something, knowing how people post anything for likes. I don't think you gave it to me, but no need to apologize. We all make mistakes, right? Jean says, I just looked it up as well. I should have had a fact check before I said anything, Leah Ficklin. Thanks, Theo, for posting. Oh, okay. So he's not deceased? Okay. Okay, he's not deceased. Okay, Mitch Connell is still alive. Okay. Let me see. Twin says, the white boys unalived him and threw him in the water, in my opinion. Okay. Oh, yeah, this dude right here is a troll, don't have a life. Okay. He's still talking to himself. I'm not even gonna put his stuff up. Thank you so much, Fluffy. I try, but let me tell you something. It's very hard when I can't hear. And I get attacked so much that I'm not even gonna do this live for too long because I can't hear, and it's bothering me because I don't know how I'm doing. And I apologize to you. I'm gonna bring up a few more videos, and guys, I'm gonna cut this one short tonight because I just can't hear. And when I can't hear myself, and when I can't, it's frustrating. Put it that way. Somebody else sent me something, and I thought it was very interesting and important. Hopefully I can find it. Oh, I wanted to give you guys a statement that Nolan's grandfather, I posted it on my page. We're going to try to respect it, but it's very, very hard not to talk about this situation, right? All right, so this is his grandfather, and he says him and his daughter and her husband prayed for a positive outcome, but they also had to prepare themselves for the worst. Now that my grandson has been found, it's time for answers. But be mindful, they need space to grieve. Oh, he changed what he said. Because first he said, don't point fingers. So see, when I say that we know how African Americans think, we know how they think. He completely changed what he said earlier today. He edited what he said. So now he's not saying don't. Well, yes, he did. No, it's just at the end. Let me finish reading before I do a aha moment. Okay. My daughter Christine and her husband Elmore prayed for a positive outcome, but they also had to prepare themselves for the worst. Now that my grandson has been found, it's time for answers. But be mindful, they need space and need to grieve. There has been enough finger pointing. Let law enforcement do their job. He did kind of switch it up a little bit, which is what threw me off a little bit, because let me see. Let me just make sure, because I took a screenshot of what he said earlier, and I don't want to lie on anybody. Let me pull that up real quick before I get to telling a fib on somebody, because the last thing I want to do is do that. So, almost there, guys. Almost there. Okay, nope. It's the same status. It's the same status. Essentially, just let them grieve. Be mindful of what we're saying. His mom also, she also made a status as well. Thank you so much, Campbell. Thank you so much. But baby, when I can't get the show right, and I can't hear myself, and I can't hear the music, I'm mad. I'm sorry. Tomorrow night will be better. But you know how they do me, right? Y'all know how they do me. They know. You know, the devil don't like the truth. You know. But I can't hear nobody. I can't hear nothing. I can't even hear myself. So I'm winging it. Tomorrow will be better. Tomorrow will be better. I woke up and my computer was crazy today. Now, I'm not great to blame it on being, the bells and nothing like that and being hacked. You know, I don't know what's going on. This life is life right now. Technology is technology, but you never know. You never know. I can't confirm or deny. You know what I'm saying? But it's one more. I wanted to show you his mom. She didn't actually say don't talk about it. She just basically said that they just need time to grieve, and she appreciates the public support, and she appreciates all the prayers and all the help. And I do want to ask that we just pray for this family, because it's another blow. It's another big blow to the community. So guys, as I said before, I'm not feeling this because I can't hear. And then we got an idiot on here who thinks that calling us niggers affects us online. He thinks that calling us niggers online affects us. Now, had you be in one of our faces, you said that shit, you'd have been F-A-A-O. I said F-A-A-O like Austin did, and that's why you're mad. So you online, so we don't care. We don't care. Okay? All right. So with that being said, guys, before they come in here and start trying to ruin our lovely live and get Auntie all up in an uproar, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this live. I'm sorry. I'll have it together tomorrow. I definitely want to talk about Quadir. Please get on my page. I posted a lot of things today. I did post about the firefighter. Let me bring that up and show it to you. I posted his interview and his arrest records and things like that, because I just find it odd. A firefighter would, at the scene of Quadir and Nazir, why, he would take photos of these kids' body and send them to students and people and things of that nature. I think that is diabolical. I think it's diabolical. I'm going to bring that up so you can find it. Matter of fact, let's listen to his interview real quick. Hold on a second. And then I'm going to let you go. I promise. I promise. Because I need to hear. I can't hear nothing. I'm mad about it too. But this is the interview given. And I find it odd that I don't know when this interview was, but I do know that the GBI's investigative report about this case said that they did interview Scott Curlin, and this is the only one that I have, so this must be the interview. And they did not ask him one time about why he took those pictures and distributed them to the public, to some public. And then in this interview, you're him fumbling his words and sounding nervous and all kind of stuff because he know he did something wrong. My question is, why, Mr. Curlin? Did you Did you do it? I'm just saying. Let's listen.
I guess from the time, just kind of walk me through, Scott. I guess from the time the call came out, what you responded to, what actions you took, and I'll ask some questions along the way if I need to, okay?
Yes, sir. I was actually sitting in the Zaxby's drive-thru when the call went out. Quick thing, I heard the warning tone for EMS. I heard it was top of Bell Mountain. They gave small details. So I started heading this way. Heard that it's advised 2 unresponsive males, gunshots. I still responded this way because there was passerbys or whoever up here. I felt safe to come up here. Normally we'd back off, but I just headed up here because it's a visitor place up here. It's a public place. So I came up because I was hoping, even though they said that, I was hoping, if there's any chance of saving these guys, you want to get up here and see what you can do.
Yeah.
I got up here. I nosed my truck in to the back corner, kind of that way we kept going up and down in the back corner there.
Yeah.
There was maybe 2 other groups of people there that had pointed me in that direction and said to me that they were long gone. However they spoke of it, they said the 2 guys up there were very dead, gunshot wounds to the head. They advised to me there was like a tall, thin guy, and I recognized. I didn't. Just a couple people. I just whoever told me that were there. I'm sure you spoke with them, and I said to them, and I did visual. I had a couple gunshot shells or empty along the walk there. When I pulled my truck up, I started seeing them.
Okay.
And walked past them and made it clear to whoever. I did speak out loud and said, nobody touch anything immediately. That was something I said. Everybody needs to stay away. I said, everybody stay down. I want to go up and I need to see it for myself. I need to see if there's any life left in them. However I spoke at the time. A little bit of adrenaline. So I said, everybody stay down.
Why does he have adrenaline? Why is he nervous? Does that even make sense that a firefighter, first response, is being questioned about his first encounter with the bodies of these children? He sounds like a suspect to me. Because why are you so nervous that you're stuttering more than I do, sir? And you took trophy pictures is what you did. And I heard that town was a sundown town. Something ain't right about this case either, y'all.
Down here, let me go up. So I went up myself on that backside, got up there, pretty quick or whatever else. Caught it, set my eyes on the 2 subjects there, and I did not even check their pulse because they were clearly dead.
Somebody need to check their pulse. They're about to have a heart attack.
Obvious 109D, whatever I said to dispatch at the time. I definitely was vocal on the radio saying what I see and, trying to size up what we have. Probably called for, even for the rescue end of it, said we need a Stokes basket, whatever I'm thinking, whatever just stuff, have guys heading this way. I want to make sure they brought the right tools.
Listen, Karen.
I walked maybe slightly around the bodies. I never even visualized the gun that was in between the one guy's legs right away, but I did walk around them to make sure they were just passed, just make sure I'm not, just because I very much learned it. I realized it was a crime scene at this point, so I'm doing what I can not to disturb anything. I didn't touch them on purpose and stuff because of that. And then shouted whatever I shouted on radio, just letting people know. I think I communicated with 118 Keanu, the deputy, even down here, because we had people.
This guy sounds like, I'm sorry, but doesn't he sound like a suspect to you? The way he's I'm sorry, I just a journey. I mean, dude, you're being interviewed as a fireman, not a suspect, obviously. Nah, something ain't right, y'all. Something ain't right.
People still trying to visit this area and stuff, and we're trying to keep everybody away. And I had, like I said, I had those bullets that were empty, the empty shell, whatever you call them, or whatever. Yeah. We're out there, and I just wanted to keep everybody away, and I didn't want. I started very much realized we had a crime scene, so I was really shouting that kind of stuff. And then next thing you know, we had I know Greg Taylor came up from EMS. EMS pulled up. They're pretty close to this. They're not very far from here neither. So they pulled up. Greg Taylor came up as he's the medic on duty at the East End during this call. He came up with me. And then I don't know the EMT that was with him. Actually, I know most of them actually. And this guy I didn't recognize. I didn't catch his name. I'm sure you all probably have it at this point, but I don't. Whoever's with him on the ambulance at the time. So those two came up, and then one firefighter, Scott Shaddles, came up, following me up there too, seeing making sure he couldn't do anything. But I was very much at this point yelling for everybody to stay off of the mountain and stay down. There's nothing to see up here. I definitely very vocal about that. Said, this is a crime scene. I was even up there. I was even saying, not only do I want you up here, I'm standing still until we need. We don't even want to make footprints up here. Just playing
right, Stephanie,
just conserving the crime scene, whatever I was treating it as. And they came up there. Greg Taylor's he's a very good medic, and he was also advising this stuff and just said, nobody else come up here. And we did, as a group, did pretty good at not. Some people are just newsy enough that they can't help but come up there. We were trying to stop that. Right. And then fortunately enough, it turned into a pretty solid scene at that point. We were very just looking out for y'all, and then and then we had 2 dead guys in front of me. Just witnessed what everybody witnessed. I mean, the one guy had a sword across a child's sword across his chest, and they were both placed there perfectly, and that kind of stuff. And that was the extent of it. And then I guess eventually Keanu stayed up there, 118. Keanu stayed up there, and he advised. We were pretty much, as a fire department, advised to pretty much move on until later, and we pretty much left scene at that point. And then I went down, and we all just kind of left and did the best we could not to disturb anything.
Well, I appreciate you identifying what you saw, noting that it is a crime scene and for people not to touch stuff. So that's very good, and we appreciate that greatly.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Did anybody touch anything that you saw?
I don't believe so. I guess I'll backstep a little bit. I also saw that bag that was laying there.
Okay.
But I think one of the guys told me about the bag there.
Okay.
As I was one of the people that reported it to us, one of the people that called 911, I believe.
Yeah.
Pointed out a bag there, which once again I didn't touch, and told them, made it very clear. And they seemed like they were pretty on board for that. They knew not to touch anything.
Why does he keep saying that I didn't touch it? I didn't touch it. I didn't touch it. I didn't touch the body. I didn't touch the bullets. I didn't touch the bag. I made sure I told everybody. But sir, you're trained not to touch, and you shouldn't have to tell nobody that you didn't touch, because we would assume that you didn't touch because of your training. This is odd.
Anything, and I realized that this is a crime scene, and just knew not to touch anything. And I did witness that, and then I would tell you, as far as I'm concerned, I think I did yell at like a guy over here, because I felt like people were getting a little weird, but I definitely just like, don't, and then they reassured me they were not. And I said, don't touch anything, whatever. I probably yelled it to somebody, and the guy's like, no, I'm not, or whatever. And I said, because they were trying to point out, everybody was trying, people were just, they had their adrenaline going too from finding it. I think they were just excited. Oh, we found a bullet. I said, don't touch it. Leave it.
Right.
And it was a lot of that stuff, really, and obviously the guys were past enough that I did not have to worry about. You didn't have to worry about me disturbing them with CPR or anything like that. They had bugs flying out of their mouths and stuff like that. I mean, they were very dead.
Yeah.
So it was, luckily I didn't even, I would have checked. I was close to checking the pulse, but I was comfortable not checking the pulse. And
good call.
With my, just from what I saw, I just saw they were not alive, and and there was no reason for me to touch them at all. So I did not. And as far as I'm concerned, nobody did. You guys are pretty much went up in the first. I don't know if somebody recovered the gun or whoever. That's the police thing or whatever. But none of us touched anything. We all left the body. They were exactly the way they laid when you all got here or whatever.
Okay. Well, good deal.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. I'm going to
welcome.
go ahead and conclude this interview at 6:41 p.m.
All right, guys. So what do you all think about that? I find it very odd. I find it very suspicious that he is defending himself, making sure that the police officer knows, I didn't touch this, I didn't touch that. I was telling everybody, don't touch this, stay back, nothing to see here. Well, I didn't check his pulse because flies were coming out of his mouth, but I almost checked his pulse, but I didn't check his pulse because flies were coming out of his mouth. And then there was this red bag, somebody pointed at this bag, but I didn't touch the bag, I didn't touch the bag, I didn't touch the body, I didn't touch nothing. It wasn't me. What do you all think about that? But they want us to shut up talking about this. They're under our post about this as well. The family has accepted it was suicide. I don't know why you bringing this stuff up. You need to just let the ma'am, they healing. My podcast, my page is not preventing these people from healing, because I guarantee you that they're secretly saying, please, somebody, please talk about this. So we know our people. We were forced to basically say, that we believe it. We were first to basically say that we've accepted, but not deep down. We know that they didn't happen, right? And we all know how we feel about the GBI. The GBI is just on straight BS. We'll never trust the GBI on this page. So their investigation is garbage, right? It looks like to me that the GBI took Trip Calhoun's civilian observance and ran it all the way through today. Murder-suicide. Now, Trip, I want to ask you, how do you know what a murder-suicide looks like? But that is what you stated on your first interview on the scene. It looked like a murder-suicide. You're a civilian, a college student, that is. That was your first time being on Bell Mountain, so you say. So, and the twins were on a path that was blocked off, not the normal path, right? Not the path that onlookers or tourists take, right? So what made you hike up that path and find the twins' body? It's my question, Trip Calhoun. Now we on your ass. Yeah, we on your ass. It is what it is. Truth Gang, I love y'all. I got the whole file of the twins, and we're slowly going to go through it because, of course, we still got Kendra Johnson, and then now we still got Karmelo, and then now there's Nolan. I ordered Cyrus's file. I got an email back today. Confirmation said they received my request. It's going to take up to 20 days for them to release the file to us. I need a team. If I had a team, we can go a little faster. If we got any God-fearing volunteers, please inbox me. I love y'all. We'll be back tomorrow and with no technical difficulties tomorrow. Difficulties. Y'all pray for Auntie. You know me. Some words I can pronounce, and then there's some that I can't. But we going out with our Truth Gang anthem. Again, I can't hear it. So y'all drop Truth Gang in the comments, and I want y'all to know I love y'all. I appreciate every last one of you. And the devil's attacking us all the time, but he won't win. Don't worry. See y'all tomorrow. Okay. Peace. Let me just act like I care.
Standing 10 toes on the truth. On truth. No cap, no spin, no disguise. No. We see through every lie. We do.
Y'all know I can't hear that.
Every time. Crush Truth Gang, never fall in line. No, I don't move out rumors, I verify first. If the story's shaky, I dissect every word.
But since I wrote it, I can hear it.
I don't play with assumptions. If it don't make sense, I'm pressing the button. Independent mind, I don't follow the crowd. If the truth get buried, I'm digging it out. They be talking loud, but they stand on nothing. I'm building a case while they building discussions. No bias in my lens, I don't lean left or right. If it's wrong, I'ma call it on sight. Every claim get tested, every angle reviewed. We don't chase opinions, we align with the proof. Oh.
Am I on beat? Somebody tell me if I'm on beat.
No feelings in it, we won't prove. Standing 10 toes on the truth. Nope, we see through every lie. We do. Pressure on them every time. Pressure. Truth Gang, never fall in line. No shortcuts taken, we follow the trail. Even if it led somewhere people won't tell. I don't care who involved, I don't care who it hit. Truth don't pick sides, it expose what it is. Every detail matter, I'm zooming it in. From the start to the end, where the gaps where it been. If the timeline off, then the story collapse. And I'm bringing it up.
Please.